When someone collapses from cardiac arrest, the environment instantly devolves into chaos. Adrenaline spikes, and the weight of saving a life falls squarely on whoever is closest to the victim, frantically tearing open a medical kit. If that kit contains a cardiac science Powerheart G5, you have a distinct advantage. But it requires facility managers to make a specific choice before the device is ever mounted on the wall, a choice most defibrillators do not offer. This diagram illustrates the dilemma. You have to pick between two adult electrode options: standard pads, part number XELED001B, or Intellisense pads, part XELED002C. There is a noticeable price difference between them, and those blurred features hold the answer to which one you actually need. To figure out why these two options exist, we have to look past the hardware and focus on what actually happens during a rescue. Delivering a shock is only half the battle. The rest relies on manual chest compressions to keep blood flowing to the brain. Clinical data consistently shows that once an electrical shock is delivered, the physical rate and depth of those compressions dictate whether a patient survives. You have to push hard, and you have to keep a strict rhythm. This chart shows compression efficacy over a rescue. Notice how trained professionals maintain a steady rhythm in the optimal green zone. But look at the untrained bystander line. Due to panic and exhaustion, there is a sharp drop-off into shallow, ineffective territory. This brings us back to that price gap between the two pad options. Are the more expensive Intellisense pads an unnecessary upsell, eating into your safety budget, or are they a critical technological intervention for your specific building? Choosing the wrong part number misaligns your facility's technology with the actual skills of the person expected to save a life. Both of these genuine cardiac science adult electrodes will successfully analyze a heart rhythm and deliver a life-saving defibrillation shock. Functionally, the electricity works exactly the same way. This table breaks down the functional differences. Starting with standard pads, you get one massive advantage for rapid deployment. They are non-polarized. Practically, it doesn't matter which pad goes on the upper right side or lower left. They are interchangeable. Under extreme pressure, eliminating matching saves vital seconds. However, that speed comes with a trade-off. Once shocked, standard pads offer zero electronic guidance on how to perform manual compressions. This is exactly where the Intellisense CPR pads differ. They swap that interchangeable design for a significant technological upgrade, targeted directly at compression quality. Attached to the pads is a physical sensor module. The rescuer places this onto the patient's sternum, pressing it down with every chest compression. Returning to our feature matrix, this sensor enables real-time CPR coaching. The G5 unit measures the rescuer's exact movement data and translates it into dynamic, audible instructions, literally telling the user to push harder, faster, or slower based on what they are physically doing. You will pay slightly more for this capability, and you do have to place the pads in their specific designated spots. But in exchange, it completely eliminates the amateur guessing game during chest compressions. Standard pads rely entirely on a rescuer having existing, reliable muscle memory. Intellisense pads outsource that memory directly to the machine. Before making a final decision on adult pads, we need to address the components that cause facilities to fail safety audits the most. For treating children, the G5 requires part XLEAD003C. Instead of a built-in switch or button on the machine, you have to plug in this entirely separate set of pediatric pads. Because pediatric emergencies are statistically rare, facility managers often forget these secondary pads even exist inside the cabinet. They sit untouched and frequently expire unnoticed. Both adult and pediatric pads share a standard 2-year replacement interval. To prevent expired stock, you must log both sets in your calendar side by side, forcing a simultaneous replacement cycle. Then there is the power source itself. The G5 runs on part XBTA-ED001A, a non-rechargeable lithium battery pack. This unit reliably provides roughly 4 years of standby life before it requires a total swap. By aligning these timelines, you can build a highly efficient maintenance bundle, replace your pads every 2 years, and then replace the battery alongside every second pad rotation. Agonizing over advanced CPR coaching technology won't help anyone if the base unit itself fails to turn on due to an expired battery or degraded adhesive. We have the functional data, expiration cycles, and part numbers. Now let's answer the core question. Which adult pad should you actually order today? The correct choice is dictated by the people in your building. Who will most likely use this AED? If heavily staffed by trained professionals, your path is clear. You should purchase standard pads, Part XELAED001B. They are the most cost-effective choice for your team. Medical professionals possess muscle memory, benefiting more from sheer speed than automated coaching. However, if your device sits in a corporate office or school, your likely responder is a layperson. Here, Intellisense CPR pads, Part XELAEA002C, are recommended to overcome performance decay in layperson rescues. A bystander with minimal training will almost certainly compress the chest too shallow and too slowly. In those panicked minutes, real-time audio coaching is the only reliable bridge between sheer terror and effective life support. Inspect your current hardware today. Check the expiration dates on your adult pads, your pediatric pads, and your battery. Then make your purchasing decision based on the specific reality of your facility. Aligning the pad type with the rescuer's training moves the AED past simple compliance, ensuring the machine provides the specific support the human responder needs.